This is Holly with Holly's Joys, and I am going to make an Eiffel Tower with my broken pieces of glass that we have now fully tumbled, and I've got a variety of colors that I'm going to use. A lot of times I use a similar color so that it looks very monotone, but in this one I'm going to go a lot of different colors. Now, what I've done is I've just got on your internet search engine and I picked out an outline of the Eiffel Tower that I like. So what tools you'll need is some kind of picture that's fairly simple, and I know this has got a lot of lines on it, but we're just using the outline. So, and then you'll need a marker and some kind of piece of glass or plexiglass. I like the ones that are framed, and these are also recycled frames from a thrift store where I've taken out the old picture and I've cleaned up the glass. Excuse me. And I think that they need a second life. So they're going to get a second life being an Eiffel Tower. And tape. And I use tape on this just so that it doesn't slide around because I am not coordinated in a way to hold it and trace around it, which we'll show you. I'm going to put this on my clothes, and I'm going to use two pieces today because this one is fairly long, and if you'll notice the frame is kind of long, and I do like trying to match the image with the type of frame. Now the reason I stuck the tape on my clothes first is to take away some of its stickiness. Now if you want to use the blue painter's tape, that is perfectly fine, but like I say, I'm a recycle artist. I use what I have, and I happen to have this cheap tape, so I'm going to use it. And to make it a little bit less sticky, I put it on my clothes, and it delints me at the same time. So two benefits, I think. So then we're going to just use, I've just got a Sharpie marker, and get one that's not like blunted from use. Try to get one that's fairly pointy. And then I'm just going to go around this. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you don't want like squiggles off. Now if you happen to squiggle off, somebody comes in and sneezes, or your cat jumps up, or whatever, phone rings, startles you, and you squiggle off. That is not a catastrophe. You can take a little Q-tip and some acetone, which is nail polish remover, and just kind of wipe it off. So nothing is a catastrophe. Nothing has to be perfect. Your lines don't have to be perfectly straight. I have a lot of people say, well, I can't even draw a stick figure. You don't have to draw a stick figure. You don't have to draw anything. And your lines don't have to be perfectly straight. They can be what they are. So this is the beauty of the art, is having that character of the artist right inside of the picture that you've made. So, and I'm almost done with the tracing. I'm just going around. Okay, that's done. Now I'm going to pluck this tape up. And there you go. Here it came up very easily. Now, but you'll notice where the tape was, there are lines that are missing. So I'm going to go ahead and fill those in. Now I guess you do have to draw here, just connect the dots, nothing too fancy. Okay, we're all done. So step one is done. Now I'm going to go in this pile here, and I'm going to begin to pick out pieces that I want to lay on here. I do want this to be kind of colorful if I can. I mean, my colors are not super bright, but I'm going to just begin to look and see what might fit in certain areas. And you don't have to take and do this fast. It doesn't have to take a really long time. It's up to you. Whatever makes you feel like it's beautiful to you. Now, my granddaughter did this with me, and she's a mid-teen at the time that she did hers, and hers was fantastic. She sat and really went through these little bits of glass and got pieces that, I mean, it looked like a puzzle, professional puzzle. Mine are not that fitted completely good. I'm like, first off, you know, I don't care that much. I know my next step's going to cover any flaws I make. And I'm like, I want it to look pretty. That's my goal. And she really got a lot out of making it look like a puzzle. And it was beautiful. She did a great job. So it's up to you how much love and care and what's your purpose. See, look at that piece fit right there between those two lines. Isn't that fantastic? And I do want to get as many of the colors involved here. I've got light blues and dark blues, and I've got red and orange. And if I end up with small open areas, I've got some very small pieces in here, but once again, I don't have to worry about that because my next phase will take care of an awful lot of those. So that's the process. And then you just sit and enjoy your playing with the puzzle pieces. Now, so I have the heart that I did the other day, and I've completed it as far as laying the pieces out. I have not completed the process, but I'm going to get several of these ready, and then we'll go to the next phase, which the next phase will be gluing them down and making sure that they are stable on the glass. So that will be interesting and fun. Also, I don't want to do too light of pieces on the outside because it's hard to see these really light pieces against the white background. So if I'm going to use a really light piece, which I will use some, I'm going to put them internal so that they show up better because they'll be next to some of the darker pieces. So, but I mean, if I put them on the outside, I'm sure it'll look fine. That's what's wonderful about this project is it's super forgiving, a lot of fun, and it looks amazing. So I can't wait to show you when we go to glue down. I've got one more that I'm going to do like this process, and it is a crab, and we're going to use blue. So we're going to do a blue crab, and if when I'm finished with any of these you would like to purchase, you're certainly welcome to contact me. And you know, I'm a fairly inexpensive artist, so they are not expensive. So probably like $30 would be your most, but if I'm shipping, then of course you're going to have to add on your shipping. So please like, follow, share, subscribe. Please subscribe and please share because that does help me out an awful lot and it doesn't cost you anything. So I'm on YouTube at Holly's Joys. Check out my other videos. I do some, I'm a childhood trauma survivor, and I would like you to hear some of the stories that I tell, and they're not sad, I mean they are sad, but I try to look at it with a different eye as an adult. So, and we'll check those out, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Know the Lord loves you.